Hello, my name is Cindy and welcome to my channel. This video is about the voter discrepancy in Windham, New Hampshire. This meeting took place on March 1st, 2021. They are discussing the discrepancy between the voter count of the town and the recount, which was in Concord, which is where the capital is. And so they have decided they're going to do a full forensic audit of the Dominion machines that were used, as well as a complete personal count of every single vote. And they also talked about having professionals come in to watch and possibly also live stream this for the citizens so that there is no question about the results of the last recount. They cannot keep counting. They only have one more chance. I felt this was the most important part of the meeting. This man explained what happened and the seriousness of it. He's from the Granite Grok.
The margin on election day was 24 votes, 0.005%. Minuscule. I too support the fact that the candidate who lost by 24 votes challenged and asked for a recount. That's how our system works, because mistakes can be made, the ballot scanners can make mistakes. After the recount, that 24 vote total changed to 420 votes, 0.005% losing margin change went to 9.6%. That is unacceptable. The hand count, to put that into perspective, the hand counted votes that found errors totaled 1,363 votes. Everybody keeps saying it's 300 votes. No, it's 1,363 votes over 10,006 ballots. That is a huge number. That's one race. How do we know that there weren't mistakes in all the other races? We need to know. The numbers I just read out to you represent the largest unexplained discrepancy in the history of New Hampshire. Now, contrary to what you've heard tonight, I have heard different things. Yes, there may be respect at the state level, but I've heard from people up at the state level who have firsthand knowledge that our Secretary of State and our Attorney General did not want to do an investigation into our machines. And to set that up, I want to read an excerpt from an op-ed from State Senator Bob Guida. God bless that man. He is awesome. He put out an op-ed and explained his frustration with our state's slow voting the process here. Now, to make that clear, this is nonpartisan. Everybody in this town that I know of wants to have a fair, thorough, and transparent investigation. We don't want any stone left unturned. We want to make sure that in the end, nobody can turn around after the process and say, but you didn't do this, you didn't do that, or he did that, and that's not right. That's why everybody has to be involved, including our town, in defining how this process will be implemented ahead of time. So when it's live streamed, people can follow along and make sure that the process is followed. Because this is our country. We the people are the government. Not those who And I don't normally get this passionate, but this is a nonpartisan issue. Our Board of Selectmen wrote requests twice to the Attorney General. It's my belief, based on a conversation I had with the selectman earlier today, that they never even received the courtesy of a response. The Ballot Law Commission also requested an investigation. Our Windham moderators requested an investigation. Our town clerk asked for an investigation. The Windham Democratic Committee Chair, the Windham GOP Committee Chair, poll challengers, and many, many others asked for an investigation. The only time that it came into light that it was going to happen is when SB 43 was in the works, and even then, there was language trying to be put into that bill that would limit it to a subset of the ballots being audited. And that's not acceptable because we would never find out what the heck happened on November 3rd. to let people know that we needed to have an investigation. On that same day, the Attorney General's office put out their own announcement saying that they're doing an investigation, and that prompted Senator Guida to put out a second op-ed. And I'm just going to quote from one paragraph. He said, from his experience, he said, seeking to quell the growing political clamor resulting from the Attorney General's office has now publicly claimed that it is investigating the matter. He said, as an FBI agent, they're not doing an investigation. What they're doing is a document review. To be clear, 5 state senators, the Senate Legal Counsel, the Assistant Secretary of State were all on the February 5th Zoom call, in which Assistant AG Edwards and Election Law Chief Chong Yen stated categorically that they are not going to investigate the machines or the total ballot count, the only 2 actions that can provide the answer for what exactly happened. Their document review will do nothing to determine whether there was a machine error or a recount error. That's why I'm here today. That's why I wrote the document. That's why I've been talking to all of these people on the board, because they represent us, and I'm asking them to represent us now. I appreciate Charlie McMahon coming up here and Bob Lynn coming up here saying that they are in favor of us putting together what the process is. Heath Partington, Roger Hohenberger, and I know Bruce Breton has also supported that. That's what we need to do at the town. We need to tell the Attorney General and the Secretary of State, this is our town, our machines, our ballots, it's our election, and we want to know that it was correct. And we want answers. And we want all the answers. So the language from the bill, which is weak, but that's how the process goes up there. There's 2 clauses in there that I find troubling, and I believe it might have been Charlie that brought them up in one of the selectmen. The audit shall include hand counting 4 separate sets of ballots from the Rockingham County District 7 state rep race. Doesn't say how many ballots, it just says 4 separate sets. That could be 4 separate sets of 100 ballots each. That's not acceptable. And I've spoken to all our state reps. I've spoken to many other state reps. I've spoken to multiple senators. Everybody's on board that we need to do all the ballots, all the machines. That's important. But in addition to that, we need to have a process so that people can follow along online. And every time we have ballots run through the machine, and the machine is done counting those ballots, we need to take that paper tape, print it out, put it in front of the camera so everybody can see it, so there's no manipulation, right? And I'm not saying that there would be or there will be. I'm saying we have to be transparent. We have to have no questions once we're done. People have to have confidence in the process.
Do it.
That's part of the process.
Set the example.
So I would like to ask a question of the gentleman from LHS who said that he was in support of a complete reprocessing of the ballots, and I absolutely agree with that. Are you in also complete agreement that we should do a forensic audit on the machines? Excellent. And Betty Dunn said that she would like to see a forensic audit on the ballots, and I think that's a good idea too. Independent. Okay, so
you're interrupting this for just a second. I just want to make sure that the speaker can speak, that clapping is okay. You know, I appreciate the show of support, but it's when you start screaming stuff from the audience that it gets a little harder for this to carry on effectively. But thank you for your passion and enthusiasm, but I think we I trust we'll probably have this.
thank you. So